Hi friends, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are going to look at the importance of maintaining your physical health when you lead a spiritual life. A lot of people have this particular notion that I'm not drinking, I'm not smoking after I became spiritual. I'm having a lot of self-control on my habits. So my spiritual life is going to advance. It might help you to some extent, or to a great extent you can say, if you do not have any habits that interferes with your spiritual life. So people think that if they don't drink, they don't eat meat, they don't smoke, they become completely clean, and they are eligible to lead a great spiritual life. It may be true to some extent, but here in this video I would like to share the story of one of my friends who was very materialistic, connected to the material plane. Like he used to be a frequent gymmer. He used to focus on his physical health. He used to have great stamina, endurance. He used to be muscular. He used to take the right food at the right time. He used to ensure that his body did not have any nutritional deficiencies. He used to follow the chart where you have the recommended dietary allowance for various vitamins, minerals, protein, carbohydrate, fat, and all those stuff. He was extremely fit at that point of time. So even if you ask him to climb Himalayas at that point of time, he could do it. For this particular gentleman, some kind of a spiritual transformation happened one day, which he could not explain in words. And after this particular incident, he started becoming more spiritual. He did not pay attention to his physical health. So he stopped eating food at the right time. He stopped going to the gym. He was not worried about his body weight. He started putting on a lot of fat. His cholesterol levels were extremely high. Since he stopped focusing on having the right diet, his B vitamins levels in the body started going down. So this B3, B6, B12, vitamin A, all these vitamins and minerals play a key important role in your health, which in your material life as well as your spiritual life. As I always mentioned earlier, your physical body does not go with the laws of the religion. Your physical body goes with the laws of the nature. It needs right food, right nutrition, it needs sleep. Whether you are a spiritualist or whether you are a rationalist, your body needs 8 to 10 hours of sleep. Whether you are a spiritualist or whether you are a rationalist, it needs at least 0.8 to 1 gram of protein for every kilo of body weight that you have to do its regular duty. Whether you are a Christian, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, Sikh, your body requires the right nutrition to carry out all the biological functions. Your liver functions in the same manner, your kidney functions in the same manner, your heart, your brain functions in the same manner, irrespective of your religion and values. Now, how do we sync between our spiritual life as well as this material life? In the material life, we are more bothered about our health, how we look, what we eat. We want to have a healthy looking body. We don't want diseases. But when you become spiritual, people start ignoring these things. They start to sleep on the floor. They don't keep a pillow. They try to do too many sacrifices, thinking that God will get pleased with them. They starve for hours together on certain days. They do not eat foods that contain enough protein. They eat something, and everybody thinks the moment you start having a beard, the moment you lose interest in everything, you can become a Himalayan yogi and you can get enlightened. While only a very, very few people would reach to that level, we should focus more on how we can balance our spiritual life and material life. So again, coming back to my topic, I would like to emphasize that if you give up focusing on your physical health, you will not reach a state where you will become an expert meditator. You will not reach a state where you can carry out your spiritual activities. So this particular friend of mine started ignoring his health, and what happened is, over a period of time, when he used to start meditating, within 15 minutes he would have this pricking sensation on his legs. Sometimes when there is B12 deficiency in your body, your nerves get affected and you can't sit down for longer period of time and meditate. You will have attention deficit disorder. You will have memory and recall related problems. If you don't take enough calcium, your body is going to draw calcium from the bones. Your bones are going to become weak. And let's say if I am asking you to sit erect for some period of time for 20 minutes, like don't hang your head down, be straight. How can you focus on that if you are not healthy? You are going to feel tired. You are going to feel fatigued. You cannot do anything. Let's say if you are physically fit, you can do meditation for 2-3 hours together and reach a state where you don't have any thoughts, reach a state where everything is in equilibrium. If you do not have a great health, you cannot even stand and chant a mantra for 20-25 minutes. You're going to feel hungry, you're not going to feel focused, you cannot concentrate on something, and you don't get this within few days after becoming spiritual, over a period of time, 6 months, 8 months. So this particular friend of mine was a hardcore non-vegetarian. He used to eat meat. He used to only think about feeding his body with the right nutrition and protein. And he started, becoming a vegetarian, and after some point of time he became a vegan. So I always give this advice to my people that no matter whether you are a non-vegetarian, you are a meat eater or a vegetarian, if you are a vegetarian, you need to be very choosy about what you eat. You need to focus, you need to change your food habits. You need to focus on how much protein you are getting from plant sources, how much of fruits and vegetables you add into your diet, whether you get the required amount of calcium from milk. You need to do all that, because over a period of time, 6 to 8 months of poor nutrition is going to make your body in a condition that is not fit for spiritual life. A lot of saints in India, a lot of yogis are very thin. If you say their physical body is not that great, but they have awesome health. They have very good stamina. They have supernatural powers, as people would call it. But our initial focus should not be on becoming a yogi or becoming a saint. You are just stepping into the spiritual world. So you need to first ensure that you meditate properly. You are able to, keep your spine straight, your neck straight, meditate for some period of time. It takes around 20 to 30 minutes of the time for the thoughts to subside, and only then you are able to get into the real mode of meditation. So by that period of time, people feel that my thigh is aching, my spine is aching, I feel that my legs are getting swollen, I'm not able to focus, I'm feeling tired, I'm feeling hungry. All these things are because you do not have a great health, and this again boils down to their age as well. So I'm talking about somebody who's in their early 30s, 40s, 40, 45, where you still don't have any major illnesses or major problems that interferes with your spiritual life. So over a period of time, my friend was not able to focus on his spiritual life. He was not able to meditate. He could hardly sit for 10 minutes. He could not even prostrate, when he goes to a temple. Since the protein in his body Since he was completely protein deficient, what happened is his stomach started swelling up, which means there was more fluid in the body. So when your body is deficient of proteins, what happens is there is fluid buildup in your body, there is water retention within your body, and you get to put on weight. Your body is not able to burn fats. It's not able to, you're not feeding your body with the right nutrition. So what happens is you get into a lot of health issues over a period of time, and this ruins your spiritual life. This ruins your spiritual life. So don't think that giving up everything, sacrificing on your food, not eating anything is going to give you a great spiritual life. Yes, there are religions that talk about fasting. There are religions that talk about eating certain types of food, avoiding certain kinds of food that will reduce your spiritual vibration. But you need to be very focused on your nutrition as well. Over a period of time, if your body deteriorates, if your bone strength is really very bad, if your energy levels are too less, if you feel that you are getting fatigued, there is convalescence, there is debility, there is attention deficit disorder, there is memory related problem, your body starts exhibiting all the signs of nutritional deficiencies, like very poor skin, very poor hair, you are not even able to climb 4 steps, you have high cholesterol. This is not going to help your spiritual life. You need to come back, you need to focus on your body, you need to give your body the right amount of nutrition, you need to maintain your weight, you need to maintain your cholesterol levels. Only then you will be able to succeed in spiritual life. So my friends, again I would like to say that focus on your physical health. Ensure that you are in top condition as far as your physical health is concerned. Give your body the right fuel. Ensure that your body gets all the vital nutrients it requires to perform its daily function. Be fit and then get into spiritual life. I am not saying that if you are unhealthy you cannot continue with spiritual life. You will still be able to do it, but you will not be an advanced practitioner. So you will still remain at the elementary level. So focus on your spiritual health. And now my friend started going back to gym. Though he has become a vegetarian, he starts taking plant proteins. He includes vegetables, fruits, nuts, grains, wholesome foods. He ensures that he gets the right amount of omega-3, 6, 9 fatty acids in his body. He's back refreshed. His bone strength is back to normal now. He can climb steps. He doesn't get fatigued. He can sit in meditation for 1 hour. He doesn't get that numb feeling in his legs, cramps all over his body. So his vitals are good now. His medical test is good now. So he is able to do a great job. If you go back in time, you will see Buddha, who was a prince, not focusing on his physical body after he got into his spiritual life. He became so thin, he used to starve for days together. He just became a big bag of bones, and he was worried about his body because he was a prince at one point of time. The shining skin became dry. He says that his eyes are like looking into a well where his eyes went inside. All over his body he did not have flesh but only bones. He at one point of time thought that he is going to die within a day or so because he never paid attention to his body, and he became completely unhealthy, and he was about to die. So when he got into a river to fetch some water, he did not even have strength to take some water and come out. So he started flowing with the river. He started feeling that he was about to die, and if he dies, what will happen? He has not attained enlightenment, and whatever spiritual practice that he has done till now is going to go in vain. When is he going to teach people about what he learned? Now he needs to share his enlightenment experience with everybody. For that he needs to have strength. He needs to talk to people. He needs to preach. How is that going to happen if his physical body is going to die? So at that point of time, a lady comes to Buddha and then says that, Buddha, focus on your physical body. A healthy mind rests in a healthy body. So she gives Buddha, a very nutritious milk, rice, and then once Buddha has that, consumes that milk and rice, he feels completely healthy, he feels nutritious, and he is able to continue his spiritual life. And then Buddha gets this enlightenment that you need to have a great physical body to achieve your spiritual goals. If he did not pay attention, he would have been dead within a day or so, and we wouldn't have got a religion like Buddhism today. So then Buddha regained his health over a period of time. He started focusing on his health. He came back to normal and then started preaching Buddhism and started continuing his spiritual life. So Buddha's life is a great lesson for everybody, that we need to focus on our physical health and not ruin our body and get into spiritual life. What I am saying is particularly important to people who live in Asia, where there is so much of fasting, there is giving up, they give up, meat, they give up all kinds of nutritious foods, healthy foods, costly foods, thinking that now they are spiritual, they need to only think about God, they need not think about their, physical body. And people think that when I think about God, I feel that He protects me and I can come out of all the problems. You need to protect yourself, only then God can protect you. It's great to surrender to God and, give whatever you have in possession in His hands, but you need to be healthy, otherwise you are not going to teach the world what you achieved through your spiritual practices. You are not even in a position to share with people what you have gone through. So that's it, guys. So what I'm trying to say, from a from a practitioner's perspective, is that focus on your physical health, ensure that you get the right amounts of fat, vitamins, minerals, include a lot of greens, drink a lot of water. Your body will give you signs whenever there is any nutritional deficiency. Do not ignore it. Let's say you keep yawning over a period of time, that means that something has gone down. Some particular vitamin, mineral, something has gone down. Maybe your iron levels have gone down. When iron levels have gone down, your brain is not able to get enough oxygen, because the red blood cells transport oxygen to your brain. So if you keep yawning continuously, it means that you are iron deficient. This is one of the symptoms. Now when you keep yawning, how can you do meditation? You cannot do. You need to still your body and you need to still your mind to reach that level. Once your B complex levels are going to go down, you're going to get this pricking sensation in your thighs and legs. So how can you sit for more than 15 minutes? It is really a horrible experience when your body starts giving signs of standing up, when you're getting into that meditative mode. So when the mind becomes ready, the body is giving up. So how can you reach advanced levels? How can you become a very advanced level meditator when you're having poor health? How can you read a spiritual book and understand when your memory has become so bad? Your brain is not getting enough water to keep itself hydrated. Your brain is going to shrink in size. Your eyesight is going to become deteriorated if you are not getting enough lutein, if you are not getting enough vitamin A. So do not think that giving up everything, sacrificing on your body is the only way to spiritual life. You need to have a healthy body, and only then you can have a healthy mind. Otherwise, even in meditation, you are going to keep thinking about your body, and you're going to get worried after one particular point of time that you have actually spoiled your body, and yes, you have achieved something in your spiritual life, which is not great. You need to have a great health, and you need to have a great spiritual life. Only then you can enjoy everything. It becomes a wholesome package. Thank you very much for listening to my video. If you like my video, click the like button below and subscribe to my channel. I shall come back to you in the next video with some more tips. Thank you. Bye.